G'day everyone, TNick back here again in OpenTTD or Transport Tycoon Deluxe. Welcome back to Stanbridge City / St Gradingport. I did a bit of a fly around, replaced a couple of vehicles and blah-de-blah-de-blah. But one of the things I noticed was we have 5,700 people waiting at Stanbridge City. So, you know, we probably are not doing enough to transport those people. I did notice 1,230, no, we can keep moving around then, odd people want to go via St Gradingport, and then I clicked on St Gradingport and found out there were 2,300 people here. Not bad for a town of 1,400, so I'm assuming this is some sort of ripper tourist destination that everyone has shown up at and gone, oh, wow, this nice, we'll take a photo, click, woo-wee. And now they want to go home again. So I'm thinking maybe we should set up some sort of additional route between these two towns here, because we are just literally overwhelmed with passengers. And that is something I don't like about the passenger destinations feature of the game, is that it generates way more passengers than is realistic. I mean, we've got a town of 896 here and 4,700 people. Admittedly, a lot of them are transiting, but it just feels to me like the world as a whole has too many people in it. It really sounds like I'm setting up a manifesto for genocide, but I'm not, just bear with me. It does feel like the world has too many people in it for the population of all the towns, and it's just hard to keep up with. I mean, I like a challenge as much as the next guy, but this is just silliness. So, you know, we've got 2,500 people want to go via Tretchester, which is down here, and 4,300 people, and I cannot cram any more trains on these tracks down here because they will all just keep jamming up. So really not sure what the solution is. I mean, I wanted to set up sort of a tram between St Gradingport and Stanbridge City, but I think we're just going to end up moving the problem. So I think we're just going to leave the passenger numbers and then consider, I don't know, looking at mods for the next save game that either reduces the number of people in towns or something like that, because, yeah, it's just unsustainable. I mean, you go Suningdon, there's only 250 odd people there, that's not too bad. So this is a town that we want. We want more of this. So a population of 3,500, but only about 200 people waiting at the station. Although I'm sure there's plenty of people down here that want to go to Suningdon. Let's have a look, see. No, actually, no one does. We've got 3,100 people want to go via Treeside Slopes, though. That was the line we experimented with putting more trains on and then kind of didn't. We've got 1,400 people up here. This is just... So we've learned a few lessons for our next save game. Build more trains, build longer trains, have dedicated mail trains, maybe turn passenger destinations off. I know it's controversial. I'm considering it. We should probably work on getting some sort of high-speed bypass track for this area here, because we can scooch the freight line over a bit. We've got plenty of land there, and we'll stop interrupting the HST. So there you go. That's what we're going to kick off with today. We're gonna quad track Plesbrook interchange. God knows we've got the room now that we've rejigged this junction, and we'll see where that takes us. Hopefully kill a bit of time, because I've got no idea what I'm doing at the moment. So the first thing we want to do is sort of move the freight line down a bit more to get room for an extra track in through here. Unless we just move the two tunnels over there, that might actually be easier. Let's just investigate the possibility of that. So we whack a couple of tunnels in there, and then we just sort of rejig the main lines over to that way. So we'll actually connect you up like that. That looks kind of pretty. And we'll move this down here, and then we will know we need to connect this one up to here like this. That's good. That's a good start. Let's just get rid of all that. It's not like we need that for anything. And then of course we'll have to come through Treeside Slopes, and either did not want to build track all the way up there. We're going to have to. They think we're outstanding, so they're going to be quite open to us just going Kasplat. Do we need to go Kasplat? No, because we're going to scooch the freight line over. Let's not Kasplat anything. We don't need to Kasplat. We will just adapt. So we'll set up a bit of a temporary bit of track there so that we can fiddle around with this. Are you going to get confused? No, you already want to use the new bit of track. That's fantastic. We'll get rid of these signals though, just so we don't confuse anyone. And that should be fine. We'll signal that up now before we forget. Diddly diddly dee. Fiddly dee. There we go. And then you guys know what you're doing now, I'm sure. Good. So obviously we've just moved the bottleneck up here, but it's freed up a bit of track down here for us to try and... Now, how are we going to scooch in another... Yeah, we can't really scooch another track in here. We're going to have to move these tunnels. Is anyone using these tunnels at the moment? If I demolish them, is anyone going to get the shits? No, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. So we'll bring that across like that and run that through a tunnel there. But then, of course, we'll need to back off this section of the goods line here. Hopefully no one wants to use the goods line in the immediate future. And we'll just bring that down like that and run another couple of tunnels through there. And then we'll just sort of scooch this around like that. And this will all be fine. No one will even know that the tracks were missing. Yes, I haven't seen a goods train naff off down the passenger lines. This bloke here doesn't seem too upset. So yeah, that actually worked out surprisingly well. Look, we don't have a lot of traffic using these tunnels, so the long gap between signals shouldn't be too much of an issue. More interested in sort of trying to improve the flow for the passenger trains here. Because see, when they can rush through the platform, it's fine. It's when they can't that they get a bit shitty, like this fella here. He's like, forgive me, come on, move it or lose it. There we go, good. He is carrying a lot of people too, so, you know, I'd like to maximise the return on that train. Now, we did that to fix this up here, so let's just diddly-dee, get rid of that. No, put that there. There we go. Yes, put that thing there. Bring that down here, connect you up, and then, of course, we've only got the 2 tracks here, so this should be fine. We'll just set it up so that it works. We'll get rid of that. Now, we may as well make you a pretty color signal because everything else is. And then we'll set up another signal there, and then run that down like that. And then again, I'm going to, what am I doing? I'm clicking on this one, and I might as well make these ones light signals as well, just to keep it consistent, keep it fun, keep it fresh, keep it interesting. So, next thing we've got to do is extend this station, because I'm afraid if we extend the freight line and do too much landscaping, then treeside slopes might start getting shitty with us. Yeah, we've already dropped from outstanding to excellent. So, yeah, there's potential there for heartache. Now, let's see. If I build a 2x4 station here, will the underpass line up with the existing underpass? Must remove railway track first. Okay, there's obviously a signal on the way. There it is. Hello. Try again. No. Okay, so if we move it here, it will. Good. Very good. Excellent. Although that said, you've got the weird little sort of underpass hasn't perfectly matched up there, so I might just... Yeah, that looks fine. That's okay. And we'll just get rid of that extra bit of track there. You know, a bit of a break in the roof, but yeah, whatever. We can live with that. It's a very minor aesthetic choice. And, you know, I'm actually going to say it's intentional. We've intentionally interrupted the roof there to maintain the heritage appeal of the station. Yeah, suck on that, haters. So what we'll do now is we'll run this track down. Oh, it goes to single track. Okay, we may as well double track the goods line entirely at this point because we've got the space. In that case, we will bring it down here. Come across like this just to give ourselves a little bit of breathing room for the old passenger lines. And we may as well just sort of make this look neat and tidy. Whoops-a-daisy. No, made a pyramid. There we go. I mean, the Egyptians took thousands of slaves to do that. Me, I just hit the land up tool and that's what happened. It's going to be expensive, but I'm just going to make this river go away. Very expensive. Fantastic. Good to know. That should be enough there. And then, of course, that doesn't line up. Why would it? In fact, why don't we just bugger off that bit of... Oh, that was a lot of money. Why don't we actually just help the steel trains avoid going up a hill altogether by putting a neat little tunnel in there for them. There you go. Isn't that better? Doesn't that seem nicer? So, of course, now we can disconnect this little bit of track here. Probably end up relaying this track, but, well, for now it's fine. And get rid of all that. Yes, we'll definitely end up relaying it because it goes through the platform, you dingus. So that's all connected up at that end fine. We're just going to throw some signals down like that. And why did we put the signals on the wrong side? That is just silliness. Glad I caught that. Let's just flip them around. And then hopefully we can automatically correct that. We can. Very good. That was a bit of a whoopsie. So we'll disconnect that because we don't need it anymore. And that should make the goods trains a little bit happier. So disconnect all that. And then again, we will drop a tunnel in there. Get rid of that there. Yeah, that's fine. and then we'll run the second goods track down here, ready for switchover. There we go, another steel train coming in. He will be grateful for the reduced tunnel usage, I'm sure. So disconnect that there. Yeah, there we go. And this time I won't rip up the track, I'll just rip up the signals to make sure we don't bugger anything up. What line does that signal belong to, I wonder? I'm going to get rid of it just in case. It's probably the passenger line, but I don't want to confuse anyone. Now, did we put any signals along here? We didn't. We have now. There, that was a fun story. I'm glad you were able to share in that adventure with me. Now let's put signals in here, and whoops-a-daisy, we never connected it up at this end. That's a bit of an oversight there. Good. Connect you up, get rid of you. And I already see one problem with quad tracking through treeside slopes is it's going to have to come back into 2 tracks here because of the existing station. So, can anyone say bottleneck? I can, I just did. Bottleneck. We should probably make near the city trains stop here. That would both increase and reduce the bottleneck. I mean, it'd increase it because obviously more trains stopping here means more delays, but, well, they wouldn't be waiting to transit through the station, so it wouldn't be too bad. I mean, the electric trains will stop here, so it's a pretty important junction. So after Plesbrook, I'd like you to stop at Trundon and then ditto on the way back, please. There we go. That should help ease the movement of passengers in that area anyway. Now we want to bring this track in here, and I want to get rid of that signal. Please don't run up the back of the other train. I did not even think of what was going on when I removed that signal. So, whoopsie. And what we'll do is I'll just temporarily disconnect this to force everyone onto the new line, just because I want to redo the signals in electric colour light. And does this actually connect up anywhere? It does not, so everyone's going to get really confused. So that's my bad. In fact, I've completely botched that. I better put that bit of track back. Quick. Yep, there we go. Whew, crisis averted. Yeah, so I'm going to send all these trains down the new track that doesn't go anywhere. Nicely done. So let's see. All the tracks are going to sort of cross over in this area, so I'll just get rid of that for now. In fact, why not just back it all off, just rebuild it. We've got the money. It's just going to avoid any complications. So yeah, we'll run this down. Now this is the end track, so we'll run you down through this platform here. And of course, everyone's going to have to go switchy around about here. So if I guesstimate, then I'll put this track in here. I think that works. I think that'll line up. I'm not sure. It's going to be a wild ride, but we'll find out together. So now I can switch all the trains over to that track because it's actually connected up to something. So we're looking at this track here, we're putting signals down here, and then they cross over and that's fine there. Good. Okay, right. Yes. So just quickly disconnect that so we can redo all the signals on this section into, yep, that's the right track there, into lights because they look nicer. Let's line them up with the existing ones. The only complaint I have about the colour light ones is they're not as readily obvious, so it's easier to miss them, whereas the semaphores sort of stand out a bit more. So that's fine, so we don't actually have any trains coming through. That is okay. So that's good there, that track there now needs to be disconnected. Good. I'll get rid of that there. And then we will bring across this track here. And of course, while I'm doing this, there's literally no trains transiting through the station. So you're thinking, why do you even need to quad track it, you dingus? Because I do, okay? I just do. I just feel like it. I'm bored. Nothing else to do with my time. Yes, so that is this direction track. So we'll put some more signals in there. We will get rid of this. I think that will line up perfectly, actually. Wunderbar. So that's all connected up. That's all connected up. That's fine. We've re-signaled it. We can put that in there. And then to make sure the trains are actually trying to overtake each other, I will get rid of those signals. So that way, when you present yourself at this signal here, you don't automatically reserve a path down here, maybe behind a slow train. You will actually reserve a path over to this side. See, the slow train won't catch up with the fast train, but I'd be interested to see if a fast train would catch up to a slow train before the slow train goes past these signals. Because ideally, well, he's already gone on the outside track, but ideally, yeah, we'll segregate them so the fast trains go around the slow trains automatically, as opposed to having to send all the fast trains down the outside track and all the slow trains down the inside track and blah-de-blah-de-blah. Just in case, I will get rid of this here and put in a crossover. like that, and then put in path signals there, just in case a fast train does get stuck behind a slow train, or you have a slow train on each track and it doesn't matter. They can have a swap over. So these are the type 3s we're using. See, this is what we're trying to avoid. And then I think we built a type 4 as a trial. How many of those did we end up building? Because I'm thinking of just replacing the whole lot with the Express Sprinter. Yeah, okay, so just the one. Because they're all making good money. Well, except you for some reason. What? Why? You've lost nearly 100 grand. So have you. I don't know what you've done wrong. Are you lost? How did you even get up there? Yeah, Jesus. Okay, well, at least we know what the problem is there. It's the train's lost. It's not the route. The route is fine. The route is doing wonderfully. Yeah, you guys have all been replaced, so bye-bye. Cool. So this is exactly what we wanted not to happen. Where are you even going? You're going to Stanbridge City. Okay, well, you're obviously lost. So congratulations on your complete and utter failure at doing your job. So we'll run this platform through here. Now we'll run the track out the other end properly. Now that's okay. We can get rid of this set of points here. We'll do the same thing we did on the other side. We'll just run across and put a couple of path signals in here. Convert that one. And then, of course, we'll need to quad track this section here as well. But that should be fine. Everything does seem to be moving reasonably smoothly, which is good. But yeah, I'm always going for that goal of perfection. And when perfection is too hard, I go for the goal of near enough is good enough. I can't believe we've got 6 tracks through this section. This is transport tycooning. Look, if you came here to watch Maximum Efficiency, where people connect up every town on the map to every town on the map, and every industry on the map to every town on the map, and every town on the map to every industry, that's not what we're here for. We're here to make it look pretty. And failing that, we're here to put 6 tracks down with some lonely old semaphore signals. So we'll drop them down there, and then we'll get rid of all the semaphores. Thankfully, there's no trains trying to use that track at the time, although this poor chap here is a bit confused. So we'll get rid of that. He should know what he's doing now. Hopefully, that would make one of us. We'll put down more signals anyway, just to make sure he doesn't run at the back of anything. Although, as we've just seen, no trains in the area. Good. So that has quad tracked the passenger lines, and we've still got the freight line, which is now double tracked along its entirety. So I don't think any of the signals line up with themselves, but I don't really care. So he's now going to stop at Trundon, right? Good train. Now you've lost money this year. Let's change that. Can we turn that around? Yeah. He's, you know what? I'll take it. It's a profit. So yeah, the next thing I want to do to make this line more efficient is replace all of these trains with the Express Sprinter, because let's be honest, they're a bit hit and miss. Plus, what's that? A 4-tile station. That's obviously a longer station. That's a longer station. That's a longer station. We can probably just go longer trains too. That'll move more people. So let's have a look. Quick. Oh, okay. Well, these are all the electric trains I've just replaced. So, wow, they were worth 14 grand. Big money. Big money indeed. Can we electrify? Do we want to electrify? Because that will get us access to the Brel Class 321, which I think is more of a commuter train. But it does do 160 km an hour as opposed to 144. Although, of course, we've also got electric engines we could go with for 160 pop. We've also got the more express ones, but, you know, well, then we'd just be getting slowed down by these old girls. So, yeah. It's probably 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Express Sprinter, what are you? 144 km an hour. Are you going to be thingy and want the express carriages only? Yes. Okay, you're a pain in the bum. Okay, so yes. I don't know what sort of power to weight ratio you have either. Now, if I build more of them, yes. Okay, so what I was hoping for is the German train set will actually. You build a multiple unit like the Express Sprinter, and then when you drag too many carriages on for the 2 power cars to actually sort of realistically haul the load of trailer cars, it will actually create a second unit. So instead of having to build a second Sprinter and drag it up to the train like that, which obviously increases the running cost, it just eye candies it. So for example, if I wanted an 8-car train, realistically I'd probably have to do it like that. I'm not an expert on British trains, but I think 1-to-1 is probably the most they could handle. But of course, as you can see, that makes the running cost 43 grand when it's staying still, as opposed to the trains we're replacing, which has a running cost of 46 grand. Okay, so it's still cheaper. Cool. Okay, well, that's interesting. So we might actually we'll send out yet another trial train and just see how that goes. But I suspect this thing will cost an arm and a leg to run because it's 2 multiple units glued together. But we don't couple our trains together. We just glue them together with PVA and just hope for the best. So let's see. You're going to go out. You're going to be a bit slow because, yeah. Yes, I don't really care for this Express Sprinter already. I mean, it's a cute looking train, don't get me wrong, and I'm sure it's very functional in the UK where it runs on little branch lines, and well, it's already running completely empty, so that's interesting. You know what, bugger it, I'm electrifying. Bugger it, let's just, yeah, see, look, there's a Sprinter type, no, that's a third rail thing. Okay, well, they lost money, so I hate it. No, let's electrify this line. We've already electrified to Trundon. It's just the natural progression of things. So we want to make sure we get the whole junction down through the tunnel, up here, and then, oh, this is going to be a big mess of overhead wires. Oh, isn't it ever? Yeah, that's definitely a thing that's happened. So then we'll just do the track like this, because we don't want to accidentally electrify the goods line. And what are you? ABB Class 325 electric carries mail. No, but I like your thinking. I mean, we are heading in that direction. We are electrifying, so if it's a dedicated multiple unit mail trainee thing, I'm not opposed. I'm going to agree. So we'll electrify up here, electrify all this, deedly. Good, and I've accidentally electrified that bit of the goods line, but just shh, no one needs to know that. So electrify it here. Yep, did the tunnel anyway. So do all that. I just want to make sure I don't accidentally clip any of the third rail and completely break that part of the network. So bring you down here and then you down here like this. And then we'll just for neatness sake, we'll get rid of the wires down here in the goods line. There we go. Very good. So now, which tunnels was I meant to electrify? We are going to Brobridge, so I've electrified too many. So that one is the Stanbridge one. I want to... Oh, that's electrified, dummy. I want to take the wires down there and take them down there. So that way it sends all the trains into that tunnel. Good, that's the one we wanted. And this one here we can take the wires away from as well. Yep, and all that track there. Good. So that way we've only electrified the bits we actually need. Again, completely pointless, just eye candy on my part because it looks pretty. So we'll do this bit of track here. We'll do now. Here we go. This is something we've got to watch out for. Because we've got the third rail sharing some of these tiles here, we actually need to make sure we do them dual power. So let's just do them now and make sure we don't actually break anything. Now I'm hoping that this will, when we've connected up, it'll get rid of the excess wires on that side. I really want it to do that. So make sure we electrify these tiles. Yes, so there we go. It's working exactly as intended. And that has gotten rid of the overhead. What are you doing up there? You're not a multiple unit. Maybe you need to have a bit of a timeout. Okay? Where are you trying to go? Pleasbrook Interchange. You should be able to get there from... Oh no, because we've separated that, haven't we? Yeah, that's my bad. In fact, I think we've completely isolated him on that network. So just go to the depot. Just go away. Yeah, bye-bye. See, that's how we solve problems in this game. We just get rid of them. So now we've connected up here. We've connected that up. We've upgraded the depot. And we've connected all this up. And, oh, that's a mess of overhead wires. So now if they're coming in here, they need to be able to get over to all platforms. Like that. And then we need to obviously wire up those platforms as well. And this platform here, don't forget that. Good. So we've only wired up the bits we need to keep it slightly attractive, although it is still a big mess of overhead. Are you the Sprinter we're trialing? Yeah, so you've made 12 grand so far, which is not bad. You're not making a loss, but I just think we're better off with electric traction. No offense. Just, we weren't using that good. So I'm always wary when I see an engineer's yard closing in case it's that one we've diverted all the gravel to in the last part. So you, sir, should still keep making money. I don't have a problem with you as such. I just don't think you're the most efficient way to run a train. So what we need to do is we need to pull up all of... Oh, I copied and didn't share the orders, didn't I? Stupid. So you actually want to share those orders, so when I replace them with electric trains, we can replace all of them. Now, the other one, yeah, you're losing money as well because you're lost, so we'll get rid of you. And then we need, let's say, 10 electric trains on that route to start with and see how we go. Well, there goes Great Lesningham Brickworks. Good thing we'd stopped using that a long time ago. So we may as well just get rid of this. Bit of track here now. It was a nice idea while it lasted, while we had the 2 clay pits stuck together, but then when it went down to 1, it just sort of fell apart. Let's just get rid of all that there. I don't even know if we're still using this station here. Do we still run a goods train in here? No. Okay, well, we probably should, because it's sort of prime real estate, although it does clog up the yard down here when we do. I guess all the goods for the towns are really... Why are you carrying goods back out again? Where are you... Look, I'm sure you're doing a transport fever type thing, and I love the fact that you've got your containers spread out over the train instead of all grumped up the front. Yes, all grumped up the front. They're all up the front, angry. Yes, that looks really pretty, so I'm going to allow it. Good to see Feeningham City Mines now accepts passengers. So people have moved into this area going, oh, there's a train station up the road. It looks pretty freight station-y, but I'm sure it's fine. Demolished. No, we are building electric trains and demolishing, quarry stations. But mostly the electric train building is what we're doing. So, right, yes, okay. So we can go to the 321. We can go commutery. That's got a top speed of 160. Cost 60 grand a year to run. Compare that to the loco that I like using, 130 grand a year to run. Okay, let's just go commutery. It's a fast commuter train sort of thing. You want high-speed carriages, don't you? Yeah, of course you do. You're special. Now, if I build... See, I notice we've got a pantograph here, and... Do we have a pantograph on the back there? No, okay. So 4 cars long, 5 cars long, 6 cars long. Okay. So I think that will work. I don't know. Again, I'm not big on the old multiple units in Britain thing. If it was an Australian multiple unit, I'd be like, I don't know how that works. This thing, no idea. So can we get an 8-car train? It does only have the 1 pantograph. I don't think that's terribly prototypical. No, we'll go with the loco. Do we want to go the 92? No, it's a freight train, dummy. Do we want to go the 90? No, we'll go the AL6. I like the AL6. It's doing good for us. And that lets us have a mail carriage as well, which I guess I don't really want to have a dedicated mail train on this line just because it's sort of a commutery sort of line. So yeah, I'll keep putting the baggage carriages on, and then we'll go up to, how long is that station? 4 tiles long. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we can only have the 1 mail carriage there. So it gets us 6 passenger carriages. So that's a total capacity of 210. Yeah, that should help. Maybe we will have to put a dedicated mail train on. Wait for that mail thing that, what was it? The 321 version with mail, whatever it was called. Can we refit you to carry mail? No. Okay, good. Well, there was that mail multiple unity thing. We'll build that. Or forget. I don't know. Whatever works. Now, you, sir, you need to copy but don't share. And then we'll run you as a trial as well and see how you get on. Hopefully you do a lot better than you. Otherwise, we've just wasted a lot of money. So you're making 43 grand. So far, you've lost me 1,500 grand. So that's good for you. Okay, train 79 is... Oh, train 79, the little blighter with his little iron ore carriages. No, not using that one either. That's fine. It's just everyone... It's already closed. I hate this game so much. Why? Why do you hate me? I just replaced this train too. Look, it's 2 years old. And it's... Yeah, okay, it's losing us a lot of money. We'll just get rid of... We're going to wind up the whole gravel thing. It was fun, but it's not happening anymore. So we need you to continue refitting to iron ore. Then you go to Nantborough Boy, that's fine. Then you go to Penhall Boy, that's fine. We don't want you to refit to gravel. So we start deleting from here. Then we delete Penhall Boy, Nantborough Boy, Aberwell Valley, we delete as well. So you then go refit to iron ore. Good. Okay. So hopefully you bugger off all the gravel you're carrying now. God, I really hope so. Are you trying to carry gravel back again? You are. Now, Struth. That's not going well. Okay, well, we know that the transport fever idea of transporting two different goods back and forth with auto refitting doesn't work as well. In fact, doesn't work at all. In fact, we should probably just forget we ever tried that. It was just a colossal disappointment from day one. How much iron ore has banked up here? Oh, only a boat's worth. That's okay. So what I might do is just replace you guys with one slightly smaller ship, small freighter. Yeah, that's a fair description. You can carry iron ore, 270 tons. Okay, I don't know how small that really is. Off you go. Yes, good. Okay, so you should be fine, and then I'll just bugger these two off. It's probably just going to be easier. Yeah, go to the depot, and we'll just scrap you. And then we'll just start rolling up the gravel train at the other end. Although it's not actually a train, it's a bunch of trucks, which I only just renewed as well. They're 2 years old. So go us. So you can go to the depot. You're carrying gravel. You can go to the depot. I think it's just the two quarries we were using. It was this one and the one up the hill. Yeah, there's no more around here. No, we should be right. Now you, sir, need to be upgraded. I'll wait till you make a trip. In fact, I'll just build a new train and send it out when you come back to the depot. Why can I still build steam trains? It's 1996. I should not be able to build a brand new 210 steam engine. Although I like that I can, in case I want to run like buff tours or something. Well, the Express Sprinter suddenly got a lot more attractive, didn't it? Hello. No, we need some sort of shunting diesel, and God, isn't that attractive? That's a cute little color scheme. So let's give him 3 monster boxes. How much iron ore is that? 75 tons. How much are you carrying at the moment? 98 tons. Okay, do we go 4? 100 tons. That'll do. It's pretty much like for like, and we get a cute little shunting train with gigantic hoppers, which suits me. So yeah, when you're done, you can go back to the depot. No, we'll just move that order up there. Good. There we go. And then you can take over. He's still got this little brake van and everything. Good. Okay, so how are you doing, Mr. Electric Train? You've made 11 grand so far, and you haven't even completed. No, you've just completed your first trip, and you've got us up to 24 grand. So you made 54 grand last year. Okay, so that's the benchmark to beat for electrification to be a success. Is, you know, I've already forgotten the number. 54 grand. Yes. Okay, so you, Electric Train, make me 54 grand this year, and we'll replace everything with electric trains. Road Vehicle 91 is getting on. No, at the start of the episode, I did my tram replacements. I'm not doing it again. Looks like this bloke's finally found his way back to the depot. Scrap him. So hopefully the electric train wins this competition. Good to see the quad tracks working well. Why did you not go onto this platform? Because there's a train there, dummy. That's why. He didn't want to have a prang. So let's have a look over here. Still got a lot of passengers and mail. We might have to put that dedicated mail train on after all. In fact, wasn't I... Ooh, this is new. Does that benefit us all? Because we're using this one, but would that one be better? Well, not really. I mean, we've got these two up here, but we'd have to send them all the way around the horn, so... No, I don't think that helps us at all. Although someone's decided to put a coal mine in the middle of this farmland, and that's actually not that bad of a farm. And there's a brewery right here. Well, okay, and it's announced imminent closure. So, yeah, just forget those dreams we had. We were, oh, we might use that. That sounds... No, we will not use that because it's awful. Well, yeah, okay. Well, at one point I replaced this the steam train with this Type 1 and 3 carriages, and it's still not making much money. And now the oil wells have just given up. So, you know, there's always that. Get rid of that. Yes, okay. So that was kind of fun for a while. I don't think we're actually shipping anything over here either. No, that all dried up as well. Literally. All the oil wells are drying up unless they're out at sea. Oop, there's a bit of lag there. Hello. We've got this iron ore mine down here I discovered in the last episode. I get the feeling we need to start shipping that over to, where is it? Penhall, because we're still having problems with an oversupply of coal, aren't we? Yeah, we are. So we've got the wharf down here. We just need to set up the shipping route while these two battle it out for the title of Supreme Passenger Train on that particular line. It's not a very catchy trophy, I know. What do we want? We want fixtures. We want a nice little gravel buffer stop here. Let's drop one in there. And then we want stations. We want this one here. Now, are we going to connect it up to the existing terminal? May as well. We've already got the boat. And I would put a little freight line on this line here, which is kind of cool. So we've apparently decided to electrify it. No, I'd rather just diesel it. Thank you. But you know, thanks for trying. It was good of you to offer. And of course, we'll be upgrading some of these semaphore signals to color light signals. No, that's fine. I can wait. And then we'll just run you down like that there. That's not too ugly, I don't think. It's the best I can do, really. Short notice. So connect the siding up. That's fine there. Hopefully it won't disrupt the passenger trains too much. And then we run him down here, through here. Good thing we got that giant station over here. How are you doing, little buddy? You're about to make your first delivery. That's a cute little engine, isn't it? And I love the little shunter. It's perfect for little trips like this, where we'd otherwise use trucks and then get the shits when we have to replace them. Of course, he's making a loss, so look, we need the iron ore, so I guess we can deal with it. But yeah, it'd be good if you could actually turn a profit there, little fella. In fact, I might actually upgrade you to a Type 1 just to try and get you to eke out a bit of a profit. Because what do you make cost a year? 26 grand, 61 grand. No, actually, okay. Belay that order. Don't worry about it. Just lose money. I don't mind. Whatever. Whatever. It doesn't bother me. It's fine. I can live with it. So I'll put a mineral unloader here, and we'll attach that to Trud Down End Woods. And then we'll just need a little buffer stop in there to make sure they don't bump into each other. There we go. And then we'll just connect this up with the main line. Connecty. Diddly diddly dee. There we go. That's fine. And then obviously we'll rejig these signals here to be a bit more suitably placed so that they don't jam the trains up too much. I don't know why I got rid of the signals up here. I didn't really need to. That is fine. There's no depot along this line he can use, is there? No, I guess the nearest depots are there, so that's probably not great. We'll just throw a nice modern depot in there just for the sake of it. And then we will send out, what are we going to use for this one? I guess a 58. Yeah, bugger. We've got the money. Let's just make it happen. How big a station do we build? 4 or 5 tiles? How much iron ore do you produce too, by the way? Yeah, reasonable amount. We'll stick with a 4-tile train for now. We'll see how it goes. And if you could carry iron ore, are you guys actually racing right now? Is that literally what's happening? No, although you are pretty close. Oh, the sprint is catching up. Move! Got a race to win. Come on, go. Uh-oh. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh, I think the sprinter's gonna win. No, never mind. Electric train pushed in. So far you're on 30 grand, you're on 50 grand. Okay, so far the electric train is winning the profit stakes though. Now, where were we? We were making you do train things. So you, sir, can full load up there. Was that factory there a minute ago? I swear that's new. And then I'm going to come down here and unload. No taking cargo. No, you will leave empty. And you belong to that depot. 2 BT dubs. Refit you to iron ore. 200 tons. That's going to be a nice little earner. You know, when it actually makes an unload. Makes an unload when it actually bothers to unload. Now, you guys were gravel trucks that are now scrap metal. You guys were gravel ships that are now scrap metal. Okay. Don't really care, but thanks for letting me know. This over here has been a huge disappointment. So we'll get rid of this. And we'll get rid of this here, because why the hell not? One thing I'm tempted to do is connect this dock up to this fuel storage here, because as we've seen, one full ship of fuel actually fills up the fuel stockpiles, and then it stops accepting fuel for a few minutes until it processes it. So yeah, I might do a cheeky, sneaky little thing and just sort of put in a 2x2 fuel tank just over here, and then attach that to Aberwell docks. There we go. It's technically a bit of a cheat, but you know what? It helps. Makes things cool. So you, sir, 47 grand this year. What are we in? We're in August. 81 grand. Okay, I'm going to call the race here and just build more electric trains, because Yeah, look, he's just won. Let's just be honest here. He has kicked the stuffing out of the Sprinter. How many trains do we have on this? That's right, we're going to build 10, weren't we? Have we got the money in the bank? We got 19 million, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So what's that? That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. It nearly cost us 10 million bucks. But if they all make 80 grand a year, it will be worth it in the long run. 86 grand in the year. That's that. I'm fine with that. So that does mean that we can get rid of these diesels. Sorry, Sprinter, you've tried hard, but it's just not going to do it for you because the electric train is wiping the floor with you. So we will now change all the orders for the diesels to work their way back to a depot where they will be chopped up into little pieces of diesels. Train 14's getting old. Oh, do we like you? Well, you are losing money, so we don't really like you that much. The one ahead of you has lost 2 pounds this year, so you're not doing great either. Do we have a lot of people waiting here? This town has literally exploded. God, I remember when it took up, this much space, and now it's taking up this much space. Is that the trial HST we built, or is that one of many? I think that's the trial one we built. I don't even know where it's going. It's come from Nantborough Ferry Terminal. Isn't that over here? Oh, that's right. We built that one line that just crosses the map for some reason just to try the HST out. You know what? Made 154 grand last year. I'm okay with that. You keep on doing you, buddy. I like the HST. We should build more of them. In fact, we should get rid of all these pokey little diesel haul trains and replace them with HSTs because they go faster and they look cooler. And we have a coal mine literally right next to our main line. A lot of clay pits up here too. How is this clay line doing, by the way? 100 grand last year. That's pretty good. How about you? 121 grand last. Okay, so there's money to be made from clay. And there we go. He's just blocked all the electric trains coming across there. You go, you. But he's doing all right for himself, actually. So, yeah, I might finish off today by connecting up these 2 clay pits up here. Admittedly, they could not be further off the goods line if they tried. Well, actually, no, they're right on the goods line. For some reason, I was picturing this line down here. Well, there goes Strathaven Steel Mill. Didn't know it existed. Don't even care. Take me back to... Well, there goes Dreely Oil Rig. I don't think we were using that one. We'll soon find out if we have a vehicle with a void order coming up. Yeah, I know it's closed. Yes. We'll get rid of you guys. But yes, so what I might do is use this existing sort of loading area and just run the clay down over to here. So, we've got the balloon loop and everything all set up already. And we have a reasonable amount of coal here. So hopefully if the coal train, which is just hemorrhaging money. Is that because you're not allowed to unload coal every time you come over here? No, you are accepting coal at the moment. Okay. Do we have a lot of steel waiting there? 140 ton. Why do we still have steam trains running? Oh, well, it's making money. Oh, it's actually getting old, though, so we probably should replace it. What else are we using on there? In fact, the steam train's actually outperforming 2 of the diesel haul trains. So, good for you. We'll go with 58. It seems to be a pretty solid performer. And we'll go the Bogey Bolstar. I think that's the best thing we have that can transport steel. That's goods. That says goods refittable, but I imagine it would say, oh yeah, food and goods only. That can't carry anything else. That lumber and wood only. Oh, coil carry. Here we go. That's steel. Yeah, let's build a special steel train. And by special, I mean a steel train. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many tiles are you guys? You guys are actually pretty long. So what I'll do is I'll get you to share their orders and we'll just make it match. Perfect. Well, it's not as long as this fella with the brake van, so I'm sure it's fine. So off you go and you can load up with coil. Were we using that Brickworks? No. Okay, good. Yes, fantastic. Good. You go out and load with coil. I do like these modern wagons. These are very cool. Now, you fit in the station, right? Yes, good. Excellent. You, sir, however, will be not long for this world. After you've unloaded, we will make you disappear. Good. Should we replace the rest of them with coil trains? Why are you not loading anything? Because there's no steel to be loaded. Well, that makes a bit more sense. Oh, because this bloke here's got here first. That's fine. That's fine. So you unloaded your coal and made a shit ton of money. So you're fine. So the moral of the story is we don't need to... Hang on, I just seen another quarry we're using. Yep, you guys, we're done with you as well. Yes, so we don't need to sort of disrupt this coal line up here. So we might have to put a second platform in to load the clay trains. But that's fine. We have the real estate. I just don't like spending a lot of money. We want stations. We'll just build the default mineral loader. And we'll make it, how many tiles? 7? 7 is fine. And look at that, doesn't look pretty. And then connect it up to the balloon loop that we've already got. So that should be fine. Obviously, it's going to flicker between displaying coal and clay once we get this going. We're just going to have to live with that. You know, it's just one of those things. So we'll put in a path signal there, and then we'll put path signals in at the end of that there. There we go. Good. Excellent. Train. Oh, why didn't I replace you guys earlier? Probably because I don't care. Now, same thing. Instead of having 2 little truck routes that feed into it, I'm just going to be a dirty cheat. And no, I want to go down to raw materials. I can't talk and do things at the same time, which is a bit of an issue. And build a 1x2. Let's just attach that to Pinshaw Mines, and then this one to Pinshaw Mines. So yeah, as I said, it'll display coal, it'll display clay, depending on its mood at the time. I will put a little bit of eye candy around though, just to at least pretend. We'll put a little mining truck down there, and we'll put a little bulldozer here. There we go, that looks nice. Make it at least look like we've tried. We haven't just completely phoned it in, even though we have. So there's the coal train coming in there, and now we will need some sort of clay train. Now, you seem to be doing a pretty good job, and you're just a type 3. Okay, last year you made like 100 grand. This year you made 9. What happened, buddy? What happened? How's the other one doing? Please tell me he's still making money. Yeah, last year 116. Okay, so he's fine. It's just this one up here that's having a bit of a bad day. But yeah, so because this is a longer distance, and we've still got the 2 clay pits to draw on, 72 ton, 32 ton, 32 clun. Yeah, that's definitely something that we say. We will go ahead and go the 58 again because it's a nice big heavy hauler. And then we will investigate. Now we can't build the monster box, we have to build the MGRs. But yeah, we'll build the full 5 tile train for this one because I'm pretty sure that's as big as the station we built down here was. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, good. Okay, good. Refit to clay, and then we will get you underway. And let's see, we want you to full load up here next to your friend. May as well get you going now. And then we want you to come down to the brickworks to unload, please. Oops, zoomed in too much. Did not mean to do that. Off you go. I really did not pick a very good colour scheme for this thing, did I? Yellow and white. Not a great colour scheme for freight trains. And there's one of our other clay trains now. The big profit monster himself. And now you're stuck behind him. Cool. That's going well. Oh, good. These trains are all... Yeah. So the Sprinter looks pretty, has been scrapped. And obviously all these local haul trains will just chop up as well. Train 46. I've already replaced you. We're just going to wait for you to get back to the depot. Now, why are you losing money? Is it because you can't unload coal? Ironically, we've managed to stick a steel train in the coal unloading station. So let's just get you going. So that way the coal trains can come in and unload the coal and actually... Well, I think we've solved the coal oversupply issue. So pretty soon we'll see messages saying it doesn't accept iron ore anymore, and I will be mad. So coil train, go forth and make us some coin, because so far you've done nothing but lose us money. But that's okay, you're only new. Now you lost us, yeah. So I'd say we've had some of these coal trains turn around and go back to the mine with a full load of coal because the steel mill's being a precious little princess. So we should max out the stockpile again pretty soon and make sure we don't break the status quo of having coal trains run both directions loaded. Why are you losing money? I thought this wood line was doing quite well for itself. You should be doing all right. Maybe it's just because you haven't made a delivery for a couple of years. Because, yeah, the forest up here, that's producing a lot of wood. All of these trains losing money, though. Yes, I'd say it's the frequency of delivery, because this one here looks like he's just made a delivery. Yeah, he's made a delivery this year, and yeah, that would be why he's showing up as a loss there. So that's fine. What are you? You're another log train. You're fine. Why are you over here again? You're supposed to run between here and here. Hate you, Fred you. It's because you somehow end up on this platform, don't you? I'll just put a little bit of track here. That should solve all our problems. I don't know why I didn't do that before. I kept rejigging the junction down here. Okay, as soon as you figure out what you're doing, buddy, go back to making money, please. Oh, that's interesting. HST's lost us money. Wonder why. Oh well. Either way, that's the clay train that we've just built. I'd like to see him make it to the siding in one piece, and then yeah, we'll probably wrap things up for today. I think it's been a pretty productive episode. We connected some stuff. We built some quad tracks. Actually, when I started, we had a massive log jam here, and I thought, I really want to quad track this, but the log jam was going this way. So quad tracking would not have helped at all because the single line was doing quite well for itself. Also, you're a really short little train. You probably have a lot of potential to make more money. We really should up our train game in the next episode, is get rid of a lot of these diesel loco haul trains and either turn them into HSTs or, you know, at least longer trains like this fella here. See, this is a train to be proud of. Fully loaded, 270 grand last year. This one, probably making a profit, 52. Yeah, so there's a lot more potential for bigger trains, I reckon. We've got the passengers, we've got the demand. We can quite easily support that. Why are you guys getting old? I'll replace you off camera. It's fine. So this guy limited to 104 Ks now, but that's okay because he's on the dedicated freight line, and hopefully he will be arriving at his clay pit very shortly, and he will start loading clay. There goes the coal train on his line, so that's fine. He should get a clear run once he hits the junction. Yep, just going to get out of the way in time. Very good. And then hopefully you, sir, can... Oh, no, you made a profit last year. That's okay. I was going to say, hopefully you can unload your coal and make a profit for the first time in a while, but he made a profit last year, so he is fine. Road vehicle 11 is getting old. Oh, we actually like you. You're an iron ore truck. No, you're cool. You're fine. We'll replace you shortly. Don't worry. I want to make sure you keep running. I think train 48's full of it because it can find a path continue and has. Yes, okay, good. And that is our clay train underway. Yep, he's already started loading. He is a superstar. Very proud of him. Yes, so off camera, I'll go through and renew a bunch of vehicles. Bye-bye steam train. Was that our last steam train? It may well have been. Nope, that's new to old. Yeah, that was our last steam train. So, well, steam goes out not with a bang, but a whimper. And Windport City Brewery just goes too. I was considering connecting that farm up, but that's fine, whatever. It's cool. And there we go, back to normal, not accepting coal anymore. This steel mill, I tell you, will be the death of me. But while it's not the death of me, I'll keep making these videos as long as you keep watching them. So thank you for your company. I've been TNick. This has been OpenTTD with the UK rail set. And I look forward to seeing you again next week as we continue to grapple with the impossible steel mill. Why? Why do you hate me? Later days.